Okay, I'm here to give you an update on the chicken coop. 4 years now, maybe 5, of use of this thing, and it's still going really well. I'm gonna show you some modifications I made and how things are working. So let's take a look. So from the original video, I actually lowered the nesting boxes and raised the roost because the chickens do not like anything to be higher than the roost. So the roost is the highest thing in there. They tend to sit on that at night, and the nesting boxes have been lowered. Now, what are these little spiky things? Well, what I found is that the chickens were sitting on top of these dividers at night, and they were pooping into their nesting areas and fouling up the chips that were in there. So what I ended up having to do is I screwed in a couple of these strips. I drilled holes and placed drywall screws pointing upward, kind of like those bird deterrents you see on the top of architectural columns. And I screwed those onto the top of these wood dividers, and so the chickens don't really roost on there anymore. And this little board here is thin enough, that's just 1/4-inch Luan board, that they don't roost on that. So they pretty much only have this spot here to roost on, and that works really well. You can see we've got white eggs, green eggs, and brown eggs from this group of chickens. Those are our main modifications for back here. Now I'm going to show you a modification to the watering system. You'll notice I don't have a bucket back here anymore for the bell waterer. I now use a 2-3 gallon bucket with watering nipples. I've got some hooks up on the top I hang it on and fill up the bucket, usually about once a week or so with water. I have a little top on it to keep dust from getting in there. And on the bottom I screwed in these watering nipples that I got at a local farm supply store. And the chickens take to that pretty quickly and easily, and they just drink from that. I found the bell waterer for me tended to be a little unreliable. Sometimes it would go totally dry if you get a little air lock in the line, and that could result in catastrophe if your chickens are without water on a hot day. So this works quite a bit better for me. The only modification I wish I had made to the original design was making the wheels either larger or in some way able to flip downward. My friend Aaron designed a chicken coop based on this one that's got a wheel system that flips downward for moving and then flips back up to rest. I may try that as a modification on this system here next. But for now, it's been 5 years and these guys are still working out pretty well.